half kneeling shoulder ER, external rotation with cable or tubing. To perform this exercise, you will either need thin surgical tubing. You can buy this 3/8 inch tubing on Amazon. It's very cheap and you can cut and tie it off yourself. Or if you have a set of light resistance bands, you can use those as well. If you're going to use a cable machine, we're going to do it at its lowest weight, usually 5 pounds. The thing with the ERs that we're going to do, we want to make sure we're not using too heavy of a resistance because we're trying to target some of our external rotator muscles that aren't very strong. If we use too heavy of weight, we're going to recruit our delt and our bigger muscle groups that we're not trying to strengthen for this specific exercise. We want to be using our smaller muscles, which is why we need to use a lighter resistance. Now the setup for this exercise is going to be in a half kneeling position. If I'm going to be performing the exercise with my left arm, my opposite leg is going to be forward. Setup is going to be elbow in front of the shoulder. A common mistake is to have the elbow too far back where our shoulder gets jammed forward. We want our shoulder to be back, so our elbow forward is usually best. Again, core in a neutral position. Another common mistake is our rib cage gets flared and we crank on our lower back. We want to stay in neutral alignment, and we're going to hold the band with just our index and our middle fingers. And as we go, we're going to try to roll our shoulder back. We should feel a burn in the back of our shoulder. If you feel it in the front of our shoulder, check to see if your rib cage is flaring or if your elbow is too far back. We should feel a nice burn coming from the back of our shoulder. Pause at the top and go nice and slow. Usually if we go too fast through this exercise, you're not going to feel it in the spots that we want to. Another common mistake is to let our elbow drop. That will also recruit our bigger muscles in our lat. We want to make sure that we keep our elbow up so that we're using our smaller, not as strong external rotators that we're really trying to target to strengthen for this exercise. We can also perform this just by using a cable, and you can hold it with your middle and index finger around the end of the cable and do the same thing. Now this is going to be a little bit harder if the cable machine doesn't go down to like 5 pounds or unweighted. If you are feeling it in the wrong spots, we can try to use a lighter resistance band if you have access to it. If you have a hard time with this exercise with equipment, just reach out and we'll find a substitute exercise for you to strengthen the muscles that we're trying to target.